Hello everyone. So not that long ago, just a couple days ago, I was watching some YouTube clips with a few of my friends, and they make their own little videos where they just drive the machine and talk about stuff or not talk about stuff, which seems to be more my pace maybe. But anyway, I figured I'll try to make one too. Looked kind of fun, so why not? So, yeah, here we go. You join me in New Brunswick. We are cutting a natural stand log, so it's not been planted, hasn't been taken care of at all, which kind of shows, as you maybe can see. Quite a bit of tree species here, and all shapes and sizes, and healthy ones and not that healthy ones. Yeah, so it's a little bit of a mess, to be honest, but yeah, it's part of the game, I guess. Screws this one and a log out of it, and then start a couple of studs. Third one? No, that's a pump. So you can hear the beep sounds, I guess, I hope. So, oh yeah, by the way, I'm recording this on my phone. The phone is I just laid it on top of the computer screen and next to the window. The audio is coming through my headphones. Old set of Marshall headphones, so I'm pretty sure that it's not gonna sound that great, but at least it sounds like something. Yeah, what was I supposed to say? Yeah, the beep sounds. The double beep that you just heard tells me that it's the log assortment is gonna be pulp, and one beep it means either pulp, stud or a log. That's a start. That's gonna be a pop. I try to remember to take the stuff from the kind of from in front of the machine first, just to make room for the trees that I'm gonna cut and fall in front of the machine. But, yeah, sometimes it kind of slips my mind a little bit. It's a log, small log. Or a short one, rather. I think the top didn't look too good on this one, so it's going to be pulp. If it's going to be in it, it's just cracked. Yeah, that's quite common with the natural stand stuff. They grow in crowded spaces. They heats from other trees and maybe snow accumulation and stuff. Sometimes the tops are not that great. Quite often they break. Not always, but fairly often. This is white pine, this one. I guess you can't see it. Well, now you do. So there's some small stuff, or quite a bit of small stuff, and then there's some big stuff every now and then too. The machine that I'm driving, it's a Ponsse Beaver from 2023. It has the H6 head, C44 boom, and the 5G computer system. So it's kind of a nice machine, to be honest. It's fairly new still, and has some hours to its age for sure, but not too much. And works really nice. It's one of the smaller machines, or actually the smallest machine that Ponsse makes. And the head is the second smallest that Ponsse makes. It's quite a versatile machine, and especially the head is, to be honest, it's really good stuff. But yeah, with the bigger trees that I just fell the white pine, for example. I would like to have a bigger machine for sure. For sure. Not good enough for a log, at least in my eyes. So yeah, it had quite a sharp bend to it. I'm not sure if you saw it on that video or not. So even though it was big enough to be a log, it wasn't good enough to be a log. So yeah, made a stud out of it. Small stuff. Tiny fur. I used to live in BC. I just moved from BC to here actually not that long ago, so kind of still getting used to the machine and the wood here. Oh, I think I saw a little bit of a leak there. But anyway, what was I supposed to say? Yeah, the fur, it was called balsam in BC, and only Douglas fir was called fir. So I still have some issues with the names here, trying to get used to them. Also, yeah, I try to get rid of the stuff in front of the machine before I cut the trees on the sides of the strip. But also I try to rip out the smaller stuff that might kind of be left standing or halfway standing, so they don't poke anything like fittings or hoses in the head, or maybe if I have to back out from here, they might hit the radiator, or when the forwarder comes, they might hit the radiator in that one. So yeah, I try to clean out the bad stuff, at least from the strip itself. Maybe not from the sides as much, but at least from in front of the machine. Start. Oh, this. Yeah, that one. That top has been broken at some point and split to three pieces. Yeah, can't talk to it. It's my first morning shift in a couple weeks, so it's, yeah, kind of feeling sleepy now. But anyway, it's a nice day though, and I've been able to keep the sun behind me for the most part, so it's kind of nice. Oh, by the way, it's fall time. I guess you can see it in the picture a little bit, but yeah, late October. It has almost a hole in it. Yeah. How did it go any better? It did get better. You get a stud out of it. Yeah, so studs are not allowed any rot in them. So yeah, I'm trying to be a little careful with those. Sometimes there's a nice sized tree. Usually it's a fir, but it might kind of end up in the pulp all the way through just because of rot. And it sometimes it's not even like really badly rotten. It's just from all the way. Little back felling going on. Oh, I can't reach that. Trying to change the direction of the strips a little bit too. So I accidentally cut the first couple ones in too steep of a corner to the main strip. So yeah, trying to fix it a bit with this strip. days, it means that I started this trip a little bit closer to the previous trip than I would usually do, and I'm gonna finish this trip a little bit further away from the previous trip than I usually do. I might need to grab the smaller fur from under the bigger white pines here, just so I don't turn them into toothpicks with the bigger trees falling over them. No, that didn't go as planned. So I think I mentioned already it's a natural stand, this one, so not the greatest place to work at. It's still work. I think we have, I'm not sure, I'd say we have maybe 30 hectares of it left, but there's so in this company that I work for, we have 2 machines, and there's another contractor here too. So there's 3 machines cutting it now. So yeah, let's see how long it takes. So yeah, it goes a little bit slower than usual because it is natural stand. So it's a little bit of extra work with the natural stands. I think it's going okay. And then the other machine, it's so this one is a Ponsse Beaver and the other one is a Ponsse Fox, which is they don't make that anymore, but it's basically this machine just with 1 extra set of tires. It's a good machine, that one too. And that machine has some really good operators in it. They're really fast, good production. Good production out of those guys. Is it rot? No. Sometimes when you cut the tree from the stump, the saw bar might take some draft from the ground with it into the kind of cut itself. So sometimes it looks like it might be rot. Maybe not, and in this case it was not. Yeah. So it takes a little while to get rid of this bushy stuff. And it's hardwood too, so it's kind of heavy on the chain. Haven't broken any today though. I feel it coming. Guess we can press those down. Yes, sir. Reach for the one front there. So, start. That's a kink in it. Takes a little while to get used to the wood when coming from a totally different kind of situation. So in BC I used to drive a Scorpion and a Scorpion Giant, and the wood was quite a bit bigger. The machines were bigger, the heads were bigger, and log sizes were bigger, or at least different and bigger. Yeah. So yeah, it takes a little while to get used to this stuff with the eye. I mean, so yeah. It's interesting. It was like the bottom piece of the trunk just crumbled in the head, so rotten. But yeah, just cut that out, and then there was just some healthy wood inside after that. It's kind of interesting. Try to have a look at the camera screen here every now and then too, to kind of have an idea on what you guys see. And I have to say that it's every time when I reach to the side and the head goes out of the picture, like for example now, it doesn't look too nice, to be honest. So yeah, I should maybe get a camera at some point, and a microphone. Well, let's see if I can keep this habit up of filming and posting. It's 1:30 in the afternoon. I feel that I'm about ready to go to bed already. So my day ends at 4 today. 4 p.m. It's an 11-hour day. With drive time, it's almost 13 hours, 12 and a half. Okay, can I get those? I think I can. So there's, just to paint the picture, there's 3 bigger white pines, and there's a handful of fur underneath the white pines. I'm trying to see how best to approach it. Trying to fish out the fur before dropping the white pines. Nice, like this way I don't break the fur, and also the white pine, it has pretty sturdy branches, so they don't get stuck with the smaller trees after I cut them, so it's easier to move and pull the white pines. It's a little slow just picking out stuff and bringing them all the way to this side of the machine. So it pays off at the end, and also just makes more sense to me. Quite a bit of fur today, actually. It's Monday today, and I was here Thursday, Friday night. Was the last time I was here. I'm pretty sure I had way more screws than what I'm getting today. That's a small fly flying in the cab. Yes, sir. We can try the pines now. Grab the small one from the middle first. Or not a small one, but smaller one. To be honest, it's not that big. It's just the machine and the head are quite small too. Everything looks and feels bigger than what it actually is. A little bit of a hole in it, so I have to cut it out. Oh no, that's not gonna be a short loop. Out of the rest. Yes, sir. Oh shit, it was bigger than I was expecting it to be. 680 liters. 680, which, to be honest, it's still quite small. The biggest tree that I cut in BC was pretty close to 7 cubes, so 7,000 liters instead of 650. Yeah, 10 times bigger. Where do I put this one? Yeah, so the next white pine, it looks like it wants to go forwards. So that's why I went to pick this one out from out of the way. Let's make a little bit of a cut to it. Another one. One good thing about these machines is that you can tilt the base of the boom, so I can use it to kind of direct the tree. Put some pressure in it, like this. Then let's go. That last one was, what did I say, 680 liters? Guessing this one is 800, let's say 800. If I can get the whole tree. The tops break off of these pretty often. Almost. Fuck! Oh, sorry. It was way bigger. 1,300 liters. 1.3 cubes. I'm off my game today. Maybe not so surprising. And then the last big one. I kind of tell that it's fall. I kind of have a sore throat pretty much every day for the past couple of weeks or so. It is a little annoying for sure, but nothing to be worried about, I'm sure. But it is chilly at the nights. Yeah, nice. Try to get this to the same point, or at least almost. It's got a nice little tree actually. So if the last one was 1,300 liters, how much is this one? 1,500, I'd say. It looked a little bit bigger than the last one. If I can get the whole tree processed. Doesn't look like I can. Fell off, and I'm pretty sure I can't get that to fit through. No, I can't. Cool. Well, I did get 900 liters out of it still. 940. I have to be honest, I'm kind of surprised. It's handling the around like 1 cube trees pretty well, this machine. Better than I remembered that it would. So yeah, I used to drive a Fox that was about this age, or a little bit older actually. And I used to have a Beaver back home. And yeah, that was obviously an old one, and I had a smaller head in it, but I seem to remember it struggling quite a bit with just like 500 liters trees, or not struggling, but it didn't fly through. But anyway, there's about 25 minutes of video clip now. Just cut a few more trees and I think that's gonna be it for today, filming wise. Just have a couple hours of work to do in the woods, and then I'll go out and fill up the machine, get it ready for the next guy. So yeah, it's an interesting looking pine, the next one next to the head now. That's just a tiny bit of green at the top and not left anymore. Huh, yeah. Only pulp. Only broken. See if I can get it picked up from there. Not wasted. I think I can get a piece of pulp made out of it still. Maybe not an exact measurement, but I'm pretty sure it's close enough. Let's get some bulbs out there. Yes, sir. Well, thank you for watching, and I'll post this one maybe over the weekend, I think. Film another one next week. If I remember. Hope so. Anyway, have a good day.